Hello, and welcome back to the Soccerspective YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be looking at one of the fastest growing tactical changes in world football, one employed by teams such as Belgium, Inter Milan and Chelsea, the three at the back formation. This formation allows for more defensive cover, with 3 central defenders and 2 wing backs, rather than your typical 4 at the back system with 2 fullbacks and 2 central defenders. With this formation, the wing backs are given license to attack and support the forwards, typically comprised of 2 wingers and a lone striker, or a strike partnership and a lone central attacking midfielder. At Inter Milan, Lautaro Martinez and Romelu Lukaku play with Arturo Vidal behind them in a 3-4-1-2 system, whilst at Chelsea, Antonio Conte set up with Eden Hazard and Pedro either side of frontman Diego Costa. But today, as we move towards the Euros next summer, we'll be taking a look at how the England national team line up in their 3 at the back formation. The England side line up in a 3-4-2-1 formation, with a back 3 typically comprised of Harry Maguire, Tyrone Mings, Kyle Walker and Eric Dier as of late. Kieran Trippier, Bukayo Saka and Ben Chilwell all swap between the wing-back roles, with a midfield partnership rotating between Mason Mount, Phil Foden, Jordon Henderson and Declan Rice. 2 attacking midfielders sit beyond them, either playing more centrally, such as Jack Grealish and Foden, or further wide, with Jadon, Sancho and Marcus Rashford. Harry Kane is typically the lone striker, with Tammy Abraham and Dominic Calvert-Lewin deputising. In this video, we'll be looking at the England teams that set up in their recent matches with Iceland and Belgium. Goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. Pickford's role does not change much from his role at Everton, except having the licence to play out from the back with more freedom as he has 3 centre-backs sitting in front of him. The 26-year-old is under pressure after a series of high-profile mistakes, opening the door for Nick Pope and Dean Henderson to steal the number 1 shirt. Fullbacks, Bukayo Saka and Kieran Trippier. Both Saka and Trippier are given the freedom to join the attack in England's current setup, supporting the likes of Kane, Mount and Foden by stepping into the box and crossing from either side. We can see how Trippier likes to play further wide and cross the ball for the on-rushing attackers. This is very reminiscent of his time at Tottenham and Burnley, but less so in Diego Simeone's defensive-minded Atletico Madrid team. Saka plays more centrally than his counterpart, often seen in the box during attacks, with one of the cams filling in for him out wide. He's used to a more central role playing at Arsenal, so it makes sense for him to drift in from the left. Centre-backs, Harry Maguire, Tyrone Mings and Kyle Walker. Playing with 3 centre-backs give the likes of Maguire and Walker more freedom to step forward with the ball, just like they do at their clubs Manchester United and Manchester City. With the central centre-back usually staying back, Southgate's decision to pick a more defensive-minded midfield pair is beneficial to the attacking style of Maguire and Walker. Centre-mids, Mason Mount and Declan Rice. Mason Mount typically drifts out wide to create an overload on whatever side the ball is on. We can see his tendency to get on the ball and overlap the attacking midfielder to provide a forward outlet. His goal against Iceland came from an initial run to cross the ball, then drifting into the box once play was recycled and Saka had taken his position. We've seen Mount do this constantly for Chelsea, stepping into the box at the right time, but the 21-year-old isn't afraid to strike them from distance too. Declan Rice plays as your typical holding midfielder in this setup, sitting back and slowing down the game to allow for the more creative players to push on and join the attack. Attacking midfield, Jack Grealish and Phil Foden. The 2 most creative players for England at the moment, Jack Grealish and Phil Foden, are ever present for their national team, popping up all over the pitch to influence the game. The Villa captain plays out on the left, either using his weaker left foot to centre the ball or cutting in and switching play to the other fullback. Phil Foden was rewarded for his first came after good positioning in the opposition box, opening his body up to fire at the far post. He followed this up with a stunning effort on his left foot after shifting the ball across his body away from the defender. He also registered an striker, Harry Kane. England captain Harry Kane plays a pivotal role as the target man in this England setup. He frequently holds the ball up to allow Grealish, Foden and Mount to overlap. The Tottenham striker collects the ball deeper than a typical number 9 to make use of his dribbling and passing ability. He plays the same for Spurs, combining well with strike partner Mings to allow the South Korean to exploit defences with his pace. Kane also takes strikes from distances to catch the keeper off guard. So that's how the England national team line up in their modernised 3 at the back formation. Thank you for watching Soccerspective and we'll see you soon.